where 9 innocent lives were lost during a Bible study. And in that number of 9, your mother, Sharona Coleman Singleton, only 45 years of age at the time, was one of the precious souls lost. What did that do to you as a young man?
Man, well, it was, being thrown into the fire for me. 18 years old, and, something like that, I call it the unthinkable, because you never think in a million years something like that would happen to you until it does. It was tough then, it's tough now, and I'm sure it's going to be tough in the future. But it changed me. It made me, grow up quicker than a lot of people, taking care of 2 teenagers when I'm not even 21 yet. And life changed for me totally after I lost my mom that night.
Now, you describe yourself as not necessarily walking with Jesus or having a faith that you could really cling to up to that point in your life. You were kind of doing the teenage thing, kind of living life for yourself, enjoying yourself. But you said that moment when you were faced with the loss of your mother under such tragic circumstances, it did something to your faith. What happened?
Yeah, man, I think anybody that loses a loved one while they're praying in church, right? My mom was shot 8 times while she was praying. I think there's 2 ways you can go with your faith. You could say, number 1, there's no way God is real. Or you can say 2, God, I don't know how this happened or why this happened, but I need you to get me through it. And I went with the latter, and things changed for me, right? The relationship became real. I didn't just call myself a believer. I actually started seeking a relationship daily, pouring into the Word for the first time for myself, not just listening to my pastor or my mom as she would read me scriptures in the car, and I'm listening to music like most teenagers do. But the relationship became real for me, and because of that, I'm able to be where I am today, share the things that I share about, all because of the things God has placed on my heart.
Mm-hmm. Chris, what would you say it is about your relationship with Jesus that helped you get through that tragic event and continue to process it even 6 years later?
Yeah, I'd say mainly, I didn't have my mom anymore, didn't have my dad, and so Jesus became the rock that I would lean on, right? I think up until that point, I was an athlete, right? And it was just be strong, be courageous all the time. And for me, the vulnerability I found was when I was able to just talk to Jesus at night and just pray and just let those emotions out. And that was comforting for me. It was therapeutic for me. And I think that in itself helped me to kind of, maneuver through those really, really tough times. And now to this day, I feel like God's leading me. My daily prayers are asking for wisdom. My mom used to always tell me to read the book of Proverbs. So every month I try to read it in entirety. And so just filling myself up with things like that so I can pour back out to other people in some ways that I try to get it done.